Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy RDS Mick. First ever video coming to you guys. I'm about to go work on an interview and we about to get this thing rolling off right. So first video is probably gonna be a little rough, but hey, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Up them balls on them, birdie.
All right, this look good. It look pretty decent.
That's it right there. You need help? You got it?
Okay.
Yep.
So, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy RDS Mick. In typical struggle fashion, through the essence and the humility of what the page is gonna be. My first day, my first video, my first official recording. I get out here and maybe a little hard to pick up the quality, but it's pouring down raining. It was just hailing, but at the end of the day, this page is gonna be about the essence in the struggle and going through the days that look like this, so you can enjoy the days where it's a crisp 70, 75 degrees and it feel good and everything worked hard. So these are the days you kind of want to go through sometimes, and kind of the stuff you got to deal with to get to where you want to get to in life. So it's only right that it start like this, I guess. So we're gonna have a quick shout out. This is my cameraman right here, Chase. He can do a lot of the editing, and he gonna try to make it all professional, because I'm not real professional, as y'all gonna come to see and get to know me. So we're gonna go ahead and walk inside and get this bad boy started. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's RDS Mick, stand for Respect the Struggle. I'm here today in entrepreneurship, self-owned, black-owned business, and we got a good interview for you guys today. Just showing you guys that to respect the people around you, humility in everything you do, and sometimes you never even know what somebody's been through. So you may walk into a barbershop thinking everything easy or thinking everything cool, but when I walk into a barbershop, I look at the people that's cutting my hair for inspiration. And everybody ain't like that, but sometimes you get a good barber, you get the right one, and you can get into that. So I want to bring some of that essence to y'all today. And right here, standing to my right, we got the dude that got me right when I first got here to Kansas. Give a little bit of background. He used to cut hair on the military base, where, you know what I'm saying, I'm in the military. He used to cut hair on the military base. He used to get me right, give me a good edge up and everything, and then he left. And I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do now? Came out here, got to meet him, got to learn some of his story, kept me coming back, got me another chair, and if I'm in Wichita, Kansas, this is where I'm getting my hair cut. Point blank, period. Yourself and the name of the shop.
What's up, y'all? My name is Jason. I'm the co-owner of A Little Off the Top. A little bit about the shop. It's been open now about 4 years. We moved to this new location about 2 years ago. So far, so good. Loving the business and continued success. I think it had to been about 4 or 5 years ago. I'll say about 5 years ago, right before I decided to go ahead and open up the shop. I came back from a deployment and kind of was just hanging out, and then went and worked at the shop on base, and it just opened my eyes to a whole another opportunity, a whole nother world. Cool. Say probably about year three, just because I didn't have to worry about what the haircut was going to look like after the fact, or as it was growing out. I didn't have to worry about asking somebody for any type of help or anything like that. I'll just say the fear of messing up, just because you don't really have that person or that boss to keep you in line, keep you in check, tell you when to come and go, anything like that. You have to, consistency is another thing. Consistency is key. The fact of helping somebody, a haircut could change somebody's day. It can change somebody's world. Give that person that opportunity to get that job that they've always wanted, or getting that girlfriend they always wanted. You never know what that person's going through when they sit down in your chair, and just having the opportunity for them to share that with you is great. Don't give up. use those mistakes as lessons, because that's what's you're gonna appreciate that a lot more later on down the road whenever you feel like you made it, because you'll be able to share that those mess ups along the way. And like I said, just keep learning from them. Don't shy away from something that you don't know. Stay out your comfort zone. That's a real big one. Staying out your comfort zone. That's the best way to learn, is by being uncomfortable. If you're comfortable, then you're not gonna learn anything new.
All right, what's going on YouTube? It's RDS Mick. You know, respect the struggle. I'm here today with a good interview for a lot of black people in general. When you go to the barbershop, we go in there because it's a place of peace, somewhere you can talk to, laugh and joke, cuss if your parents not around, whatever the case is. But when I go to the barbershop, I like to find good barbers that know what they're doing, and I tend to get inspired by those people, because those are some of the leaders in the community, some of the people you look up to, and you can shuck and jive with them, laugh and joke with them, but they can still give you some positive information to let you know, hey, it's cool, but you might not want to sag here. So it's kind of like you having a whole bunch of uncles around in the community. So with that being said, I got a good interview here today. First ever interview, co-owner of the shop I like to get my hair cut at. So we're gonna keep it quick and simple. He's gonna introduce himself.
How y'all doing? My name is Earl Fisher, but everybody calls me Fish Quick Cuts, as you can tell. Been doing this for a minute. I've been cutting hair for about 20 plus years now. So it's awesome. Always a good time to come out here and meet new people. My man been messing with counsel for a minute, so it's always good to see him come through.
Yeah, so with that being said, we can go ahead and hop in the chair. We're gonna get right, we're gonna get chopped up, because I don't know if y'all can see this, but it don't need to be like this no more. I'm slipping. So boom. So we're gonna keep it simple, we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna do the interview while we getting cut, because he got money to make, I got places to be. But we trying to bring y'all some good quality entertainment and let y'all know that y'all can get inspiration. And everybody got a story to tell, no matter good or bad. So, all right, first question.
Oh man, I first realized I could cut hair when I was about 15 years old. And to make the story short, being raised with my grandfather, he was a very frugal fella, man. He wasn't gonna spend $1 on nothing, bro. So he used to cut my hair on his own, and he was by far nothing like a barber. So I kind of got tired of getting them messed up haircuts, and decided, you know, since I was always artistic, so I was like, you know what? Let me go in here and see if I can do this on my own. So I asked my grandfather one day, let me use the clippers. The man went in there in that bathroom, caught me another mirror, faded myself up, decided I was pretty good, started cutting. I went from there to cutting the football team, you know, to joining the military. So then I started cutting on TDYs, deployments, and it just went from there, man.
Yeah.
It took me, I was already in the military at the time, and I was stationed in England. So it took me until that point to where I started cutting. I actually started cutting for AFES, just like Jason did. And that was a crazy situation, because AFES is like, I always tell people, AFES is like the modern day mob, bro, because they taking 40% of everything. And I'm like, oh my God. So I went from there, and I was like, you know what? I can do this on my own. I just took all my clientele home, started chopping out the kitchen.
And that's one thing right there. If you know how to cut hair, and all the barbers watching this, y'all know, if y'all cut hair and y'all go somewhere else, your clients coming with you.
Yes, sir.
So if you can't cut hair and you go somewhere else and you wondering why your chair stay empty, hey,
there you go.
You might need some new clippers. Or the clippers might need a new user, but we'll let y'all figure that one out.
I would say one of the biggest hurdles would be finding quality barbers to come and work for you. It's never a problem finding barbers, but finding quality barbers that's gonna because people don't, what I did learn is you get a bad haircut, that bad haircut comes back on that shop. It don't come back on that person that cut your hair. So that was one of the biggest hurdles for me, man. The team that I got, love it, man, love it, because everybody putting out crazy cuts. This right here, man. This is my passion. Cutting hair and seeing my workout in the streets. That's just a bonus, man. But just meeting good people, meeting quality people, man, that's out there trying to do stuff for the community. That's where it's at right there. It's all about networking and having fun and being around people of your likeness.
Okay.
As an entrepreneur myself, if I had to give out any type of advice to a youngster that's trying to do what I'm doing, or even trying to do something else and venture out on their own, is to never turn back. It's always easy to turn back and look back into the past, like maybe, you know what, that extra step might not even be worth it. But in our actuality, you gotta take that extra step, man. And I tell my barbers this all the time, man. The difference between us and the rest of those other barbers is when you jump out there, find your way down instead of worrying about how you're gonna get down. Find your way down. Take that jump. Oh man, huge difference. Huge difference. Like I said, before I was a barber full time, I was in the military, man. I did 15 years. And when I found out that I was gonna get out, it was one of them situations where I was like, man, what am I gonna do? But I always had this talent to jump back on. I always had this talent to fall back on. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go cut hair and talk mess for the rest of my life. And so far, so good. I'm really good at both of them. I mean, of course, financially is always great. But the fact of owning my own shop and knowing that I'm financially free from all that debt and stuff, that's amazing.
Up them poles on them, birdie.
My transition from the military to being a barber was the biggest struggle ever, because when I got out of the military, in order to own the shop, I had to go back to school out here. And that was a struggle for me, because when I'm in school, you chopping in school, you're not getting no money. So me and my family trying to figure out, man, we got a whole year trying to figure out how we gonna eat. So that was the biggest struggle, but I wouldn't take it back for nothing, because we grew through it.
Okay.
Say that because most people look at me and the first thing they see is they see tattoos, they see dreads, they see all this, and they think I'm some street cat out the street, you know what I'm saying, just trying to maintain, or using my barber as a cover up.
Right.
When in all actuality, that's far from the truth. Man, I look, going through school and having multiple degrees and being highly educated, people don't see that. People don't see that here at all. But that's a major accomplishment that I like to brag on. That's why I hang them on the wall, so people can see that.
Awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. I'm about to go ahead and get chopped up so I can be fresh for my lady friend and get everything situated. Quick couple rules before we go. Hey, I don't care what you doing. Barbershop etiquette. If you cutting your hair, his joke funny. If it ain't funny, you tell him when you get out the chair. If you cutting your hair and he cutting around your forehead, you laugh with your sternum. Do not get them wrinkles in your forehead or your lineup gonna have wrinkles. Point blank period. The joint when they behind your head and they edging up your neck, you gotta have somewhat of cut E etiquette. That means when your head down, your chin touching your chest, and you feel your barber getting to the right side of your neck, you should be able to go ahead and turn your head a little bit to help him. If your barber got to keep grabbing your head and turning your head every time, Hey, you need to get out that chair. You ain't treating him with
And
respect.
never look your barber in the eye when he lining your lip up.
Hey, that's a fact. You look at anything else. Close your eyes if you got to. That's fine.
Close your
But
eyes.
do not look him in the eyes. So with that being said, we can go ahead and end this interview. I'd like to thank my man Fish for doing this, taking the time out to give back to everybody so we can get this video done.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And boom, we out.